Welcome into our Thursday edition of the In the Money podcast for KeenelandSelect.com. I'm Tom Leach, along with Keeneland's Director of Simulcasting, Jim Goodman, and a Grade 3 stakes race highlights the Thursday card. It's the 8th race, the Grade 3 Sycamore for 3-year-olds and up at 1.5 miles on a turf course that's taken a lot of rain, so it'll be certainly less than firm, and you can factor that into your analysis of this race. And I've got Unitarian, who won the marathon race, basically this same class of race back in the spring for Todd Pletcher. He's back. Pretty good-looking field here, and I thought there were a lot of different ways to go. How did you see the Sycamore?
Yeah, when you start looking at mile-and-a-half races, your tendency is to take the horse that comes from out of it, and that's not the way mile-and-a-half races are usually run here at Keeneland. So Red Rifle is my pick here. It's a very lukewarm pick, but with Todd Pletcher and Johnny Velasquez and the best early speed in the race, I think he's got a chance to dictate the pace here. And I don't see anybody else really challenging him from the gate, and that's a dangerous way to run here on this turf course. It is going to be soft, so the horses run well on good ground before, and I think that makes it even harder for the other horses to close. And Unitarian has to come out of it. I mean, the best races he's run, he's been 9.5, 10 lengths out of it and just comes flying at the end. I don't think that fits, although, Pletcher's got to surround it here with the best early speed and the best closer. I'm going to take Red Rifle on top. A little bit of a win bet on him, and maybe an exacta box with Unitarian, the 5-9, the 4-9. And then the other horse that I like a little bit at a price is Mr. Mardi Gras. Is a old class horse for Chris Block. Florent Giroux comes in from Arlington, and he's ridden really well here, won a couple of stakes races the other day. And this horse has got a lot of class. I think he's going to be right there on the line. Villandry has a shot. The 5-horse Tricky Hat, the 2. It's nicely contested after the top couple of choices, but I think Red Rifle has a pace edge here. So going with Red Rifle, the 4 on top here in the Elkhorn, in the Sycamore.
I am going the same direction. I also like the fact that this horse just ran 1.5 mile race, and it was his best buyer on his card, just by a little bit, but still the best one at this 1.5 mile distance. And for all the reasons you mentioned, I like Red Rifle also. I would use him with Unitarian, the 9, the 2 Tricky Hat, always consistent in these turf marathons. Villandry for Charlie Lepresti, the tough luck with Wisedan. And I always think this horse has a little bit of quality there that's capable of throwing in a big one. And the 3 Holiday Star is another one I would use. So like no real clear-cut standout in here, but the pick for me is Red Rifle. Now we'll take a look at the late pick 4 that starts in the 6th race on Thursday. And the horse that I would start out with a single is a horse that could have easily been in the feature. That's Pyrite Mountain, who it looks like is dropping in. He's had 3 just incredibly tough beats. The last time, I love this horse at 8-1 at Kentucky Downs, and it was just a head bob that he lost. And it's happened 3 straight times. So looks like to me Pletcher just dropping him down to get the horse some confidence, get him a nice easy win, and then put him back in a stakes race, I would think. So the 5, Pyrite Mountain, is a single for me. Then in the 7th race, I would spread in all the others. I'm using 5 horses in the 7th. I like Joyful Moments. It's a horse that really ran big first time out the layoff, showed big improvement, visually impressive. There are more accomplished horses in here, but I think this horse might have just suddenly really blossomed. So using that one along with Ulaanbaatar, the 1, Sean's Blessing, the 5, Quadrivium, the 8, and also going to use the 7 in there. The 8th race, all the ones I mentioned, I'm going to use all 5 of those. And then in the 9th race, I like Mean Intentions, the 7, but also the 5, Flaunt, the 4, Powwow Pal, and the 2, Barbados. So 5 by 41587, by 49253, by 7542 for the pick 4. How about you?
I'm exactly with you on Pyrite Mountain. I thought that race at Kentucky Downs, you loved Pyrite Mountain. I loved War Dancer and Sun Tracer beat both of them. Sun Tracer hadn't won in like a year and a half, so it was a really tough beat for you, I know. But Pyrite Mountain would be my single here, and I think you can stand on that fairly comfortably, the 5 horse in the 6th race. I would use Ulaanbaatar, the 1, Joyful Moments, the 4, the same reasons you mentioned. Quadrivium, the 8. I would also add in Tout, the 9, for Bill Mott. Lightly raced horse coming off a maiden win, only 3 lifetime starts, but Buyers of 57, 73, 88. Very impressive improvement here for that horse. So 5 on top in the first race with 1, 4, 8, 9, with the horses I mentioned in the feature, which would be Tricky Hat. I would also throw in Holiday Star, Red Rifle. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, Villandry and Mr. Mardi Gras. And I would buy the last race. The maiden special weight at 6 furlongs is wide open to me, so I would use all 9 there. So single the Pyrite Mountain and use as many as you can afford. If I had to single the 7th race, I would single Joyful Moments, the horse that you mentioned for Gary Hartledge. So that's my pick. That's my pick today.
Good luck with your wagers on the Thursday card, and we will be back for a look at Friday. The Pin Oak Valley View is the feature. Saturday, the Lexus Raven Run, so some great racing coming up. Heroes Day on Sunday if you're coming out to the track to honor folks in the military and first responders. For Jim Goodman, I'm Tom Leach with the In the Money podcast for KeenelandSelect.com.